You are a creative person with a million tasks to prioritize. Your tank is empty by the end of the day. If you're lucky enough to spare several minutes, find a quiet place to do something productive. Most of us, myself included, put ourselves in a small area and figure out what to do. Hey y'all, welcome to Be Creative, and today we will grasp maximizing your creativity. We will cover a few things in this video. Hopefully you leave motivated and increase your creativity. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below. Creativity is in our everyday lives. Wherever we may go, there might be something that catches our eye and curiosity sparks. Then all of a sudden, ideas begin flourishing, maybe flashing glimpses that we're scrambling to save that idea on a piece of paper or on a device nearby. Creativity is what every person possesses, but it's how you take upon your journey. It starts with a vision, but without a map to guide you through the obstacles that might get in your way, how will it be complete? When expressing your creativity, you want it to be as authentic and valuable to you as possible. You want this creative thing to matter. Otherwise, what's the point of you taking on this creative venture if you don't like doing it? Environment can play a role in how your creativity is produced. Let me explain. Your surroundings play a pivotal role in where your creativity is at. You might have some time in your day, however, where you are positioned could be somewhere where too many distractions are taking your focus away. The space could be too quiet or empty, which feels incomplete. What if I told you to move somewhere else? Experiment with trial and error. And what might work for one creative project might not work for another. That's okay, because we are all human. We are meant to move around, discover things with perspective, and open ourselves to new experiences. Though at first it might be nerve-wracking, creativity allows you to blossom and show colors you might have never seen from yourself. Sometimes creativity works best when you get out of your comfort zone and your surroundings are inspired and motivated to expand further. Time to time, my environment just changes because I'm constantly moving around. I'm usually going somewhere else. Usually it's something to do. But I always bring my creativity with me, so whenever it comes to mind, I can easily have it intact. And also, despite where I'm at least I have it. Let's dive deeper into my experience with creativity. So when I was younger, I had a broad imagination that took me like endless possibilities. And I thought of these possibilities of, I want to do this, I want to do that. And there were so many halfways that I was like, wow, this is amazing. But as I gotten older, I reflected over myself. I was like, is that realistic? Am I going to do that? But then also I ventured into doing different creative projects, such as writing. And when I'm talking about writing, I'm not just writing. I do creative writing pieces. I write short stories. I have some novellas. I'm trying to write a novel. And that takes a lot of dedication, and also it takes my mind, really, and the creativity through the mind really shines through me, and my creativity allows me to flourish through my writing. And also, if I'm not writing, I might be drawing or painting. Well, okay, I might have this initial idea in my mind, like, this is what it's gonna look like. This is the final product. You make this, you're good. No, because that's not how life works. Because there's gonna be twists and turns, and not everything's going to go out as planned. So I just do it. Go with the flow. Yeah, pantsing around. But as soon as I get it done, I'm satisfied. I'm proud of myself. Why? because I allowed myself to be creative. I allowed myself to not be perfect and to not expect much from it, because it's something that I like to do. And why not? Why not be proud of yourself of doing something productive? When I get to the reading habit, I like every once in a while doing book studies or taking notes. And when I do that, I'm writing down things that I notice and want to remember about reading that book, maybe for the first time, second time, or many times. And it's pretty fun because, well, there's no one telling me how to do it, first of all, and also it's just me. And if I want to share it with everyone I know, I can. But if I just want to keep it to myself, I can also do that, because my creativity is my creativity alone. No one is going to force that upon me to hey, you have to do this a certain way. Where is the value from that if I'm not able to express myself creatively, freely? But how can you expand your creativity? I'm going to give you 3 tips on how you can do that. So tip 1, get some fresh air. Allow yourself to breathe. Give yourself grace, peace of mind. Because you've been through a long day, maybe from work, school, etc. But if you don't allow yourself to take a break, you're going to be so burnt out, and whenever you're doing this creative thing, you're like blank, because you did not allow yourself to just catch that break. Take a breath. And if that's not enough for you, maybe go outside and take a walk or a jog, because enjoying the fresh air, taking a walk, looking around, you're being thankful for life, because life is given, and we shouldn't be taking life for granted. And just going somewhere else can clear your mind, and it could bring you some new ideas as well. Tip 2, do different things. If your initial creative route isn't coming through while you're thinking about it, move on to something else that you also enjoy until it clicks. Sometimes doing the same thing over and over again can be quite boring to your brain, because your brain does unpredictable things. So it expects unpredicted things. So if you're doing the same thing over and over again, the productivity level is going to go down, because you're just doing that same thing over and over again. It feels very predictable to the brain. The brain's like, oh, okay, we're going to do this. Alright, cool. You don't want your brain to be that. Okay? You don't want your brain to do that. No. And when you feel that way, move on to something else. Like I said, if I'm in writer's block, I draw. I try to paint. I read. I might do something else if those things don't work for me. But the point is, do something else that will get your brain into thinking of something else. And maybe through doing that something else, your productivity level goes up. And maybe a new idea can spark from that. And your creativity can be like, oh. So what keeps you going? Rather than doing nothing, you're doing something. So have that driving force. What is that creative thing that keeps you going? And sometimes that plan A might not work out, but you have these plan Bs, plan Cs, and all that stuff. That's what you're doing. You're experimenting what works out and what doesn't. And also, with trying different things, Sometimes it can be new things when it comes to being creative. Let's say that you try a new creative thing. Let's say cream mix. So you have your set of clay. You mold it, you adjust it however you please to make the image that you want. You paint it all over so you make it colorful and decorative, but at the end you're like, I don't like this. And that's okay, because not everything that you do is going to be what you like. But it's good to try new things as well. And I gotta say, I tried origami. I didn't really like that. Why? Because it took a lot of folding, and I was like, how am I going to make this different? Or, I don't know, I'm just like, I don't know all that origami stuff. I'm like I'll try to fold it, like, it might look weird, or I'm like, I just don't like it. I might not like origami, but someone else might like origami. Like, I can try it again, but it's okay. It's okay to not like things. But always give it your all. And that's where tip number 3 comes in. Never give up. So I want to ask you these questions. What do you want to pursue? What do you want to do? What do you want to do creatively? What is your plan? Like I said earlier, without a map to guide you, how are you going to complete it? And with a plan, it structures how your creativity is going to turn out. And plan A might not work. That's why you have alternatives like plan Bs, plan Cs. You need to have a plan, at least a plan. Even if it's so rocky and probably not the best idea in the world, at least you have a plan to get started. And as you go, if things don't work out, don't just give up. Don't just be like, oh, I'm done. I'm not. No, finish it. Finish it, okay? There are going to be obstacles that could be physical, mental, emotional, etc. But you can't allow that to get in the way from you doing what you love doing, from you doing what you like doing creatively. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It happens to all of us, even to the best of us. But you cannot give up. If you give up, you won't get to your destination. Comment below what creative project that you want to do, or if you're currently doing, do you want to do something different? Let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching Be Creative and stay creative.